number 3 seed on the road to Birmingham. Did you see that maneuver? 1, 2, 3, it's over. Hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert is the winner.
Talk about the road to Birmingham. Tell them why the building's sold out. You know? Oh, go in there. Come on, show them. You still see what happens? Don't mess with legends, Troy. Go. Hey, hi. Hey, bullet. Hey.
Oh, Pyle driver by Eddie Gilbert on line and loose feet. Oh, will it be hurt? Turning around the ring. He's taken away at Eddie Gilbert.
Welcome to the Continental Wrestling Federation. Today, Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas defend their CWF Tag Team belts. We'll also see tag team action from Detroit Demolition to DI Bob Carter and Private Mark Pyle. Nightmare Danny Davis comes back to challenge Nelson Royal for the World Junior Heavyweight title. And the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol will see some action. Also, another edition of Missy's Manor. Now we join our host, Charlie Platt.
Well, hello, everybody. Charlie Platt from Montgomery, Alabama. It's the Continental Wrestling Federation. Another outstanding hour of the best in wrestling competition coming your way. With me at ringside, our general manager, Ron West. And, Ron, we're all excited, everyone in this building and all across the CWF area. The road to Birmingham, October 3rd. What a night it's going to be.
I'm going to tell you, Charlie, the excitement's here. Continental wrestling fans are calling from everywhere, the road to Birmingham. Also, the big merge between USA Wrestling and CWF, where things are happening. But my biggest thing I want to say, I came out here a week ago and made a statement. To Eddie Gilbert and Paul E. Danger, you're on your way out. And a man that I have to say is one of the top-notch wrestlers anywhere in the country is Willie B. Hurt. That man came out to me. I have never been around a professional wrestler in all the years that would come to a person. I just don't have the words for Willie B.
Tell me, Ron. Tell me now. I want to know what was your decision? What kind of decision did you reach?
Willie B., I know you came to me and made a decision. My decision is going to be, for all these wrestling fans, the way I feel about Eddie Gilbert and Paul E., the one thing I have to say. You better beat them to a pulp. That's all! That's all! That's all! That's all! That's all! That's all! That's all I got to do! That's all I got to do! Eddie Gilbert, you belong to me!
Well, we have Willie B. Hurt, and things are really going the way he wanted them to go. Thank you, Ron West, for coming out. He is ecstatic, and I tell you what, we have got a great hour of professional wrestling coming your way on the CWF. The CWF tag titles go on the line next after you watch this.
We're like the fire and rescue squad on deck. The plane comes in, and if there's a problem, we're there. My little girl, she's too young to understand what I do. My wife, now that's another story. She'd like me doing something a little less dangerous. I guess I started buying savings bonds back in boot camp. I knew my wife would like them. They're safe. And they come right out of my pay, so my daughter can go to college one day.
Planning for your children's education is easier with U.S. savings bonds, and they're now tax-free for college.
Oh, I'm just like any other father. Just don't keep the same hours.
October 3rd, the road to Birmingham. It's heating up, and we're going to shock the wrestling world.
Say, that's a great-looking camera you have. Where'd you get it? No, don't tell me. One of those specialty camera shops. Wait, I'll bet it's a big-name department store. I'll bet it set you back a bundle.
Actually, no.
Introducing the Nippon 35mm focus-free camera. The hot shoe is synchronized for electronic flash, a 50mm lens, and a tripod mount. It also comes with a convenient neck strap, a deluxe leatherette carrying case, a professional 50mm sunshade, and a 2-year unlimited warranty. With all these features, you'd think this camera would cost over $100. Well, think again. Call right now, and the first 10,000 customers who order the Nippon camera will also get 100 rolls of free Kodak film with purchase processing. The simple, lightweight, and affordable Nippon 35mm camera and 100 rolls of free Kodak film with purchase processing. This no-fuss camera can be yours for only $19.95.
Say, where can I get one?
Just pick up the phone and call.
Hi, I'm Willie Jones, director of the Cleveland Avenue YMCA. Kids, you may be thinking school's hard work. But let me tell you, that hard work will pay off, just like George Kidd.
If you think school is hard, start playing football and going to school. I did it at Cloverdale, Jeff Davis, and at the University of Alabama. Take it from me. It pays to get an education.
Dropping out of school is the fastest way to nowhere. Be like George. Stay in school.
It's a fact. Some people are bigger. Some people are stronger. Some people are faster. But nobody, absolutely nobody, is better. Hate hurts everybody.
Now in the ring, the team of Shane Douglas and the Lord Humongous. It's the Continental Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions defending those titles on television today against the challenge of Nightmare Kenny Wayne and latest addition to his Nightmare stable. We're talking about Nightmare Freddy. And coming out to join me for the commentary of this match, we have the Bullet. What a matchup this is. The CWF Tag Team Championships on the line, on television. The giant man in the ring now against Nightmare Freddy. And we're talking about the Lord Humongous.
And he's a mountain of a man, isn't he, Cartler? That Lord Humongous is a mountain if I've ever seen one, and it's hard to move a mountain.
It sure is, Bullet. I tell you what.
This Sean Douglas is a fine young athlete, too. You can tell by his body he's really an athlete, and I've heard nothing but good things about him. My first time to see him. There's just how hard it is to move a mountain, Charlie.
There is no moving of that mountain. The Lord Humongous, 325 from Death Valley, moving out against Nightmare Freddy, who is already over in the turnbuckle getting some kind of Paulie Dangerously is seated at ringside. Oh, man.
They better call and get them some kind of truck. They're going to knock this man down.
Dangerously is seated at ringside on the phone. And, oh, look at that again.
Paulie Dangerously probably called it a crane. Look at this move right here.
Shane Douglas being one. Did you see that?
Fantastic move. What, did you see the power of Humongous? He took him right up. The Nightmares weren't expecting. Took them both down. Almost got the 3 count on both of them.
Great to have a Bullet out here with me, the number 10 seed for the road to Birmingham.
Charlie, excuse me for stepping on you, but I see even the Nightmares on the phone over here now with Paulie Dangerously. They must be talking to somebody important.
What in the world are they doing? Dangerously sitting at ringside, and usually you see Dangerously up around the ring and all on the apron screaming and hollering, but right now you see him in a very unusual situation, just seated on his phone at ringside.
Well, I was surprised that Ronnie West reinstated those guys. He didn't suspend them.
Well, they have Willie B. Hurt to thank for that, because Willie B. has a score to settle. And I know in your years of professional wrestling, you've had scores to settle, too. And you would hate to see a man pulled out from under you right when you had him by the neck.
Exactly right, brother. Can't nobody do it but you. You got to do it yourself, so I know where Willie B's coming from.
Good hip toss takedown by... Good hip toss takedown by Shane Douglas.
This Shane Douglas is fast, isn't he, Charlie? He's very quick on his feet, as you can tell there. He took the Nightmare down so quick, the Nightmare didn't know whether he was up or down. So he's tagging out, which is probably a smart move at the present time. Shane Douglas got good momentum going now. Who is this guy now? Who is this Nightmare Freddy, Charlie?
That's a good question. Brought in, of course, by Kenny Wayne. It was quite an insult to Danny Davis to bring another ant in, call him the Nightmare, put on the original Nightmare mask.
I suppose it was.
For years.
The only Nightmares I've ever heard was Danny Davis and Ken Wayne, so I imagine Danny Davis is very upset about it.
Right now, there's that knee right into the shoulder by Shane Douglas on Nightmare Freddy. And again, little punishment to Nightmare Freddy. Tags made, 325. Coming in the ring now. Ooh. And Nightmare Freddy.
Ooh, knock him into the middle of next week, why don't you, Humongous?
And the ring ropes he goes. Oh, hard.
Sledgehammer. Pure sledgehammer.
That's what it was. That's the best way you can describe that.
Boy, if that won't take your breath.
Now Shane Douglas back in for the Continental Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. Into a hammerlock goes Nightmare Freddy. Shane Douglas applying the pressure. Freddy trying to make that tag.
He needs to, Charlie. He needs to tag bad after catching that sledgehammer from Humongous. He needs to get out and take a break.
Certainly will knock the wind out of your sail. That sort of pressure.
He's inches away, Charlie. I can almost see the tag from here. Nope, he didn't make it.
Didn't make it. Shane Douglas preventing the tag from being made. Hard right. Staggers Douglas, and that did allow the tag to be made with Kenny Wayne. Good arm drag takedown.
Beautiful
by Shane
arm
Douglas.
Gosh, he took him higher than the top rope from here.
Shane Douglas, reversal by Kenny Wayne, side headlock, and the man from Death Valley has been tagged in once again. Whoa! Time to retreat. And the tag is made with Nightmare Freddy, but I don't think he is going to be real enthusiastic about stepping in.
Would you, Charlie?
I'd run.
Would you step in?
I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to take a break. If a pinfall should occur, we'll bring you up to date right now. Let's go to that break.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
When I grow up, I want the air to be clean and everyone to love each other. And I want everyone to be happy so they live to be very, very old.
Many people have joined in the fight against HIV, the virus that causes AIDS, and progress is being made. But the disease is still spreading, and only you can stop it. Only you have the power to prevent it from happening to you. Are we all going to fight, or are we just going to let the disease spread further?
I just want to grow up in a better world.
Learn how you can prevent HIV infection.
Ever seen AIDS before? Come on, get serious. You don't see AIDS, you catch AIDS. No kidding. Look behind you. That's what AIDS looks like. How do I know that's what AIDS looks like? You don't. The only thing you know is that's what I've told you AIDS looks like. It's the same way with someone who has the AIDS virus. You can't tell if people are infected just by looking. It's very important to understand that a person can be infected with the AIDS virus without showing any symptoms at all. Now, that really gets my attention.
For more information about AIDS, contact your county health department or call the Alabama AIDS hotline at 1-800-228-0469.
Eddie Butler had a good life. He raised a family, served his country, put his children through college. He was there when you needed him. Until Alzheimer's dimmed his mind, stole his strength, took his dignity.
Tom and Joey are here.
Hi, Dad. How you doing?
There is no cure for Alzheimer's. There won't be unless we invest more in medical research. To help, call Research America.
I knew who I was. I knew who I wasn't. Thanks to my father. He was a builder. Sometimes a boy needs to talk about things that bother him. Pressures from friends, or today it's drugs, I suppose. And when I needed someone to talk to, he wanted it to be him. His values, not someone else's. Years later, we stood and waited for the bus to take me to Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Page 355.
Medications that can rob you of your sex life.
Page 141.
The secret ingredient in Italian foods that can help lower cholesterol.
Page 545.
How to silence a snorer.
This incredible book belongs in every home. The Doctor's Book of Home Remedies, from the editors of Prevention Magazine Health Book.
Over 670 pages of astonishing home remedies, all scientifically proven. Yours free for 3 full weeks.
Page 341.
Why you should never buy color toilet paper.
Now the information you need to cure over 130 common health problems is always on hand.
Act now and you'll also get this fabulous book, Meals That Heal, free.
Page 497.
Use oatmeal to end the itch of poison ivy.
Page 570.
Call now to get the Doctor's Book of Home Remedies free for 3 weeks. Keep it and we'll bill you in 4 easy installments of only $6.99.
Call now, 1-800-367-7555.
Sunday, Kenneth Copeland opens the Living Word.
You need to go in the Word and find that promise for yourself and stay in it until it becomes God speaking to you and the hope of God rises up on the inside of you. And the rest of it's a walk in the park, brother. Huh? Because you hooked your faith to the living Word of God. It's become the living Word.
The Living Word, a special series with Kenneth Copeland, Sunday on the Believer's Voice of Victory.
She gave her body for surrogacy. She sued to get her baby back. She lost.
I had no intention of hurting anybody through this. I had no intention at all.
The first interview with a surrogate mom who fought for and lost her child. Plus, infamous surrogate mom Mary Beth Whitehead.
I broke the deal. Yes, I reneged. For my child and my daughter, I reneged.
Turn to Geraldo.
Today at noon on WCOV TV.
All right. Action continues with the Continental Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship on the line as the Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas defend against Nightmare Freddy and Nightmare Ken Wayne. Unusual to see Paul dangerously seated calmly at ringside like he is. Yeah. Into the ring ropes goes crisscross. Douglas up over his man. Oh, man.
Brother, that was a gourd buster from the word go. The Nightmare seems to have things together.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Nobody expected that, most of all, Shane Douglas. And he's paying the price right now.
He's feeling the effects. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Shane Douglas at the hands of Nightmare Kenny Wayne. Now into the ring ropes, coming off, clothesline. Oh, again, Shane Douglas in a lot of trouble here. 2 counts, but he grabs something and powers out.
Boy, he almost had that 3 count. He took him down hard, Charlie. It's got to take the wind out of his sails, like you said. There's a high slam.
Full body slam by Nightmare Freddy. Off of the ring ropes, countering, coming down. Hard. 1, 2. Is it? No. Almost over.
Charlie, this could be it. Shane seems to be in quite a bit of trouble. The Nightmares have it going real well at the time. There's a flying elbow. He seems to be real happy with himself, laughing now. I can hear him laughing from ringside here. He thinks he's got him covered. There's a 2, there's almost a 3 again, Charlie.
The Continental Wrestling Federation tag titles on the line in this one, ladies and gentlemen, and not looking too good for the champions, Humongous and Shane Douglas right now, as Nightmare Freddy clamps down with the pressure and continues to wear down one half of the title holders, of course, Shane Douglas.
And you can see the referee, he's looking for that pinfall. He dove over both wrestlers to see if he had a count. These Nightmares seem to have things together. They put their teamwork together, and it's been a long, grueling match. But, you know, when the belts are at stake, people don't quit either.
Exactly. Coming up later in today's program, we'll have a press conference about the match between Nightmare Ken Wayne and Nightmare Danny Davis on this edition of the Continental Wrestling Federation. Curiosity is certainly running high as to what's going on in that match.
Exactly. I'm anxious to see what those stipulations are. I talked to Danny Davis earlier, and he wouldn't say a word. He said, you'll know when everybody else knows, so I can't wait. Shane Douglas is putting up a heck of a fight here. Now, he's not giving up.
Look at this. And a hard right. Again, all 4 men in the ring at the same time as this melee begins between Shane Douglas and Kenny Wayne on the other side.
Oh, this has turned into a fight. This has turned into a real fight, hasn't it?
What is he doing? Sika
There's too many guys in that ring, Charlie.
fires away.
Wait a minute.
In the meantime, dangerously keeping the attention
What's going
of
on
Randy
here, Charlie?
Anderson.
Who is this guy here?
There goes a briefcase by Alan Martin.
What's he doing?
And in the middle. Wait, whoa.
Wait a minute, Charlie, wait a minute.
We have got a pinfall has taken place, and it seems that we will be having new tag team champions. This is an injustice. There was Sika, Alan Martin coming in to interfere in this situation. The Bullets certainly going into the ring, but it looks like we have new tag team champions. Trying to explain to Randy Anderson what was taking place out here, because the Bullet was with me at ringside. Let's see if he can get his point across. And there's the hat of Alan Martin that was up in the ring. The Bullet shows it to him. Anderson going back toward the dressing room as the men go. Wait a minute. He's going to reverse. He is. The champions remain the same. The Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas remain the Continental Wrestling Federation Tag Champions. All right. Look at the Bullet now. What a turn of events we have had a number of times. They thought they had the title. They don't have the title. It's reversed, and your winners on the disqualification, the Lord Humongous, Shane Douglas. They have the Bullet to thank for watching that situation and convincing Randy Anderson. We've got our same champions. What a match it was. Shane Douglas and the Lord Humongous, the Continental Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. We'll be back at the ending of that one. We'll be back with more of the CWF after you watch this.
It looks terrific. You wouldn't know it now, but my life seemed hopeless just a few weeks back.
Can't seem to concentrate.
I'd lost interest in everything.
Some days you're too tired to get out of bed.
What time you saw a doctor?
I found out I had a serious illness, depression, and there's treatment that really works.
Bob, new project.
I got a lot better without going to the hospital or losing more time from work.
For a free brochure, write Depression, Rockville, Maryland, 20857.
This is what many of our disadvantaged youth will be looking at this summer. But thanks to thousands of volunteers, over 50,000 young people at Salvation Army summer camp will see things from a different perspective. With your help, we're making a world of difference.
The Lord Humongous and Shane Douglas, still the Continental Wrestling Federation Tag Champions. Speaking of tag action, more great action to come. Six-man tag action next on the CWF. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm David Woods, president of the Continental Wrestling Federation. We interrupt this program today to bring you this special report. I called this press conference to announce that we've reached an agreement on the contract that has been brewing between Nightmare Ken Wayne and Nightmare Danny Davis. The contract stipulates hair versus hair. The loser will have his head shaved at the end of the match, plus an additional $25,000 put up by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert against Danny Davis's 1987 IROC Z. The match will take place at the Road to Birmingham on October 3rd at the Boutwell Auditorium. At this time, we'd like to execute this contract. Ken, would you please sign by your name?
Sure, I will. And do you also realize that it's my choice or Danny's choice to who cuts the hair? So that means I could have one of your fans cut your hair, Danny. Somebody that loves you so much.
That's exactly right.
They have to cut your hair. So, pal, I want you to sign it. I got better things to do than sit here and watch you, so I got to go.
That's fine. I'm going to sign the contract, but first of all, I'd like to thank you, David Woods, for asking me or wanting me to be an important part of your October 3rd final road to Birmingham. You know, I had a long talk with my family about signing this contract because after all, should I lose, it could be the worst nightmare I've ever had. But, you know, my family has got confidence in me, I've got confidence in me, and my fans have confidence in me. So, Ken Wayne, I'm going to sign this contract without any hesitation at all.
Hey, I left without getting a copy of the contract.
But, well,
which one's mine?
Nobody's going to keep anything from you because it's been signed, it's been documented, everything is legal.
There's your copy. Again, we've reached an agreement between Nightmare Ken Wayne and Danny Davis. Hair versus hair at the Road to Birmingham, October 3rd at Pyle Auditorium.
He's an American classic, a comedy legend, the famous San Diego Chicken. The funniest, craziest, and one of the most beloved comics ever. And now, for the first time on video, it's the Chicken's greatest bit. If you love to laugh, here's the tape you gotta have. It's one hilarious routine after another, caught in the act of his outrageous live performances. More than 55 million people have seen the Chicken in person in all 50 states and around the world. But the Chicken's home video is not in stores. This is a limited-time television offer, the comedy tape of the year. Yes, everybody loves the Chicken. Well, almost everybody. Here's how to order now.
To order your copy of the Chicken's Greatest Hits video, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-762-0500. Or send $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping to the Chicken video. P.O. Box 2818, Grand Central Station, New York, New York. Order now.
Introducing Let's Celebrate. A wonderful collection of 30 sing-along songs. You'll receive 3 cassettes and this songbook with all the words to the Let's Celebrate song. Each cassette features the Let's Celebrate choir on side 1 and instrumental versions on side 2. Order today. This exciting package will be a great inspiration for you and your family. A lasting gift of love. All toll-free. 1-800-925-1340. That's 1-800-925-1340. Or send $19.95 plus $3 postage and handling to Let's Celebrate. P.O. Box 74, Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Now entering the ring, known as the Honor Guard, Private Mark Pyle, the DI, and Detroit Demolition. 6-man tag action of the Continental Wrestling Federation, and what action we've seen so far today. Bell sound. It'll be Detroit Demolition moving out against Rick Hazzard. Collar and elbow center of the ring, and it's Hazzard being pushed off by Detroit Demolition. A lot of big events taking place in the Continental Wrestling Federation. One, of course, the Road to Birmingham, October 3rd, and now we know.
That's right, Charlie, and that's what I was about to tell you. I heard it all. Hair versus hair. Now, that's a dangerous match because that not only takes a man's hair, but it takes his pride as well. And don't leave you looking too good either. That's a lot at stake in the Road to Birmingham.
In your career, you would say this is a serious event.
Charlie, in my career, I've never put up my hair. I've never had a chance to do that. I don't think I would. It takes a lot of guts to do that.
Right now, in the ring, it's Detroit Demolition against Bobo Brazil Jr., and what a legend his father was.
He certainly was. I had a chance to wrestle with him many times, and he was much, much of a man.
Good move by the DI.
Beautiful move. You know, you got a lot of pounds in this ring, Charlie. If you look around, there's some heavy humanity in that ring right now.
Private Mark Pyle being tagged in by the DI. Takes Bobo Brazil Jr. Good suplex, well executed by Mark Pyle.
I'll say Bobo Brazil Jr. is learning the hard way, but when you learn it that way, Charlie, you don't forget it.
Exactly. The Bullet out with me for commentary. Detroit Demolition now in the ring against Bobo Brazil Jr. Road to Birmingham, October 3rd.
Charlie,
suspense mounts, I guess you could say.
I'll tell you, bro, this is shaping up to be the biggest card of all time. The road to Birmingham is going to be rough, and the man that leaves that building last night, it'll be like Custer's last stand.
Excuse me, Bullet. What is this individual doing back out here again? We're dealing with Alan Martin, Mr. Martin, as he refers to be called, with the briefcase in his hand. And some scars from the...
Well, Charlie, I don't know what, but I don't like him walking behind me like that.
I tell you what, it's Alan Martin walking around. Did you see that? It's D.I.
It's too bad that doesn't count. He counted the man out, but the man in the striped shirt's got to do the counting.
Tell you about that, you bullet!
Deuce Mason. Oh, catching, coming off the rope. Private Pyle now just tagging Detroit Demolition. These three are very effective going in and out for the tag.
Yes, they are. They're using smart maneuvers. I'll have to say that for them. They're keeping a fresh man in at all times. And this Demolition looks like he must weigh about 350 pounds.
Oh, what a pile driver. What a pile driver.
Brother, that'll put anybody out. I don't care how big and bad you are. A pile driver executed like that by this Demolition, and you're out.
The pile driver executed to Deuce Mason was enough to give the win to Detroit Demolition, the DI, and Private Pyle, better known as the Honor Guard. More great action coming up on the Continental Wrestling Federation. You stay with us.
Oh, boy. Another landfill just about full up. Wonder what those people are going to do now.
We don't have that kind of problem here, Grandpa. Doesn't everyone recycle?
No, they don't. You know, most of the things people throw away could be used again over and over and over again in some other form.
We can all save Earth's resources for the future by recycling. So don't just throw it away.
Do you have a brain-injured child? Did everybody tell you it was hopeless? Here at the Institutes for the Achievement of Human Potential, I've watched the parents and the staff make severely brain-injured children well when everyone said it couldn't be done. Want a fighting chance to get your child well? Call the Institutes for the Achievement of Human Potential. At this number, dial 1-800-73-MINELLI. That's 1-800-73-MINNELLI. Or write to this address.
WCOV is celebrating its 40th birthday, and you're invited.
We got cake, we got balloons, let's do it.
Join the party all this year on WCOV TV, Fox Television.
Before you buy your next car, you could test it like this. Or you can read Consumer Reports. Before you buy your next washer or dryer, you could test it like this. Or you can read Consumer Reports. Consumer Reports tests brand name products every day to tell you which models were worth the money and which were not. And now you can put Consumer Reports to the test with a risk-free trial issue. Consumer Reports gives you independent test results on vehicles, refrigerators, TVs, blue jeans, auto insurance, and more. We tell you the brand names and give you the model numbers to help you get better value for your dollar.
Call now for your risk-free trial issue. If you like it, pay just $22 for 11 more issues, 12 in all, plus the 1994 buying guide. Or write cancel on the bill, return it, and owe nothing. You'll also get the 1993 buying guide free with your paid subscription. Call now, 1-800-932-5333.
Call now to put us to the test.
As we enter the 90s, Career Development Institute is proud to say we still believe a personal touch is important to good training. A nursing assistant needs to be caring, professional, intelligent. Day or evening classes begin each Monday, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. We offer small classes, a personal touch, and we're interested in lifetime careers. Join us at Career Development Institute.
I'm Missy Hyatt, and this is Missy's Manor, and I still don't have my set yet, but maybe next week I will. But first off, I want to let you know, D.I., me and you have something in common, and that we both hate Alan Martin. But I really don't want to talk about that. I really want to hear the story that I heard that you were one of our military Marines that went down to Grenada.
That's right, Grenada. Hold on a minute. Pyle! Push up! Now! Now we can talk business. Let me tell you something out there, people, Continental Wrestling Federation. This isn't D.I. Joe. This is the D.I. 1983, the liberation of Grenada. We kicked some tail. We took some names. I went to Beirut, Lebanon. The out there. I took scrap metal in my knees 3 days on the island. 3 days. Let me tell you something. When I came back and went to the drill field, that's why you see the DI today. Because he wants everybody to understand that we, the honor guard, are number one. Lift up, Pyle.
That's great.
Not quiet.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you cleared that up. I'm glad you're not just a G.I. Joe goof. And now let's go to a World Junior Heavyweight title match.
Now entering the ring, Nightmare Danny Davis. This, of course, for the World Junior Heavyweight Championship on television. Danny Davis moving out against Nelson Royal. And joining me at ringside for the commentary of this match, a man who is more than likely his own man. We're talking about Dirty Dutch Mantell, seated number 9 in the road to Birmingham for October 3rd. And Dutch, as Mr. Royal was entering the ring, you and I had a little conversation going here. One of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time.
Nelson Royal is one of the greatest junior heavyweight champions, I believe, that the wrestling profession's ever seen. And I'm going to come out here and I'm going to watch this match, and I want everybody to know that I'm impartial in this. And I want to see what goes on between two great junior heavyweights when they finally lock up and bump heads.
Well, I tell you what, tensions are running high right now before the match even gets underway. They're in each other's face. Wait a minute, Randy Anderson trying to... what is going on here?
Well, I don't know. Obviously, Nelson Royal is a master at getting his opponents upset. Now, Danny Davis has to be concerned at this point because he's going to get tired hollering at him.
Look at that.
But you see, that makes Nelson Royal as dangerous as he is because he takes advantage of every mistake.
A master in every sense of the word, going after the back of the leg and the knee, back of the knee of Danny Davis.
Nelson Royal has been a junior heavyweight champion for going on 9 years now, has wrestled and defeated the best in the junior heavyweight ranks, not only in the South, but all across the world. That includes Japan and Australia. He's one of the masters of the ring. He's a master tactician when he steps inside those ropes. As we've witnessed right now, he's got Danny Davis already on the defensive and got him down.
Dutch, you're pretty much your own man now in professional wrestling. You told me that before we started today's edition of the Continental Wrestling Federation. Names like Bob Orton, Austin Idol, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Wildfire Tommy Rich, Gentleman Chris Adams, Dr. Tom Pritchard, the Dirty White Boy, the Bullet, yourself, plus one more. What would that equal to in one night?
Oh, my God. It's like a who's who of professional wrestling. For the wrestling fan, it's like a smorgasbord. And anybody that misses the October 3rd road to Birmingham, and Birmingham, Alabama, is going to miss one heck of a night of wrestling. Believe me. Because I'm not taking away from this match, but I'm seated number 9, and that's because of my inactivity in the CWF at the present time. I've been in the Caribbean, I've been in Puerto Rico and down that area for a while. But since I was the last Continental Heavyweight Champion, I got an invitation, seated number 9, and I readily accepted it, and I'm glad to be back in the CWF, and I hope, by hook or crook, that night in Birmingham, I'm going to come out the CWF Heavyweight Champion.
You brought out a very important point a moment ago. 9 years, the World Junior Heavyweight Champion, Nelson Royal. How does he do it? Keying on that left leg of Danny Davis. Staying with one part of the body is what this man is famous for.
See, the weight limit on the junior heavyweight division is 230 pounds, and Nelson Royal is very methodical, he's very thorough, and he's very sincere when he goes after somebody, and he has that killer instinct. And when he's got a man down, he doesn't let up. He goes and he drives, and he's got that inner drive in him that keeps him going. The crowd, they may be the third man in this match, but they cannot wrestle the match for Danny Davis. But see, Nelson has heard all this before, and he's used to going in another man's backyard and taking him on at his own game. Now, Nelson is making Danny Davis right now wrestle his match. Nelson Royal is dictating the flow of this match, and if the tide turns, now Danny can dictate to Nelson Royal
then it may be a whole different story. Not changing the subject, but, you know, the recent trouble that Danny Davis has had with Ken Wayne, it may have thrown some of his concentration off, but it would be highly advisable for Danny Davis, you know, to really see if he can put all that behind him right now and mount an offensive against Nelson Royal.
And he's trying to do that right now. Danny Davis coming back to life. Good forearm. He rocks Nelson Royal again with a forearm. And
now it may be starting to turn now, but see, that's the experience of Nelson Royal.
Danny Davis needs a time-out period to let that leg kind of get some circulation going.
But unfortunately, in wrestling, there is no timeout. It's 60 minutes, do or die. And Nelson Royal, I've seen him go the time limit many, many times.
Right now, Danny Davis, you can hear the screams, no, no, no. He's, is Randy Anderson asking, does he submit? It's no, and he is screaming no because of the pain being inflicted by Nelson Royal.
Yeah, it's a very, very painful. He's got him right there on the ankle, and he's pulling that leverage point of that toe back. Danny's hooking him on the chin now. A little leverage there.
Nelson Royal using that bottom rope.
He knows every trick.
9 years, the world junior heavyweight champion. Whoa! Beautiful executed flying dropkick by Danny Davis. Can he do it again? He does. Nelson Royal back in the turnbuckle. Nelson Royal coming back with a boot. Oh, man. Where does this guy come from?
Nelson just keeps driving, and keeps driving, because when he's got him hurt, he knows he's got him hurt. He's still dictating the flow of this match.
What a match we have going, ladies and gentlemen. The World Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line on the CWF as we strive to bring you the very best and wrestling commentary.
What a shot.
Competition in America today.
What a shot. Straight in. He threw that one from the shoulder with all the power behind it.
Look at this now. Nelson Royal going right back to the left leg.
He's going back to that point that he's got weakened on him. He's going right back to him. And he's laying all his weight on Danny Davis. And Danny's trying, all Nelson Royal has to do right now is lay all that weight on him.
He's not exerting any energy yet. Danny Davis is trying to get him off.
He's not expending any energy. What he's doing right now, see, it's up to Danny to get up. Danny's got to spend the energy to get out out of the leverage.
Exactly.
Get out from under the weight.
Very good comments coming from Dirk Mantell at ringside.
This is a classic match.
Man, it is. Here in Montgomery, Alabama, capacity crowd at the Montgomery Civic Center. Enthusiastic wrestling fans, and they're seeing two of the finest in America today.
For all the wrestling buffs, I think the man that Nelson Royal beat for the junior heavyweight title, for all the wrestling fans, the wrestling trivia fans, I think it was Pat Barrett.
Pat Barrett.
That's the one.
9 years ago.
9 years ago. And never lost it.
Oh, man. He is sensational.
I'm not saying Nelson Royal's undefeated, but he hasn't lost the title. And I can see why he doesn't lose too many matches.
Side headlock. Oh, good shoulder smash by Royal coming off the rope. Over his man. Danny Davis back to his feet.
Whoa.
Good. Hip toss takedown. All right, and arm drag.
Danny right on that one went too far under, but he got under the leverage.
He
got under the leverage of Nelson Royal.
Now it's Danny Davis keying on the left arm of Nelson Royal. Maybe going to turn the tide in this match.
What an athlete Nelson Royal is. Not taking nothing away from Danny Davis, but he's a tremendous athlete. Any other man in a position like this would panic, but Nelson Royal has been in these situations. He's been on the hot seat before.
Many nights.
And sometimes you don't know how hot it gets in that ring when you're sweating and you're perspiring and that sweat is coming down in your eyes and it's hurting, but you got that inner drive.
You're Danny Davis in this match, Dutch. You have the left arm in control as he does now. Where would you go with it from now?
Man, I'd take it south. I'd take it as far south as I'd take it to Mobile if I could.
Danny Davis has to be, but look at that. Nelson Royal going right back to the already sore leg.
What Danny did, he exposed his weak part there.
Exactly.
If he'd have turned maybe and hooked that arm bar on the other side with the leg back on the far side, he may not be able to get a good shot on it. But Nelson Royal knows where he is every moment of the match, every second. And he's thinking 3 or 4 moves ahead. This is like a chess match. He knows where he's going. Now, unless Danny Davis can get 3 or 4 moves ahead, you know, he's almost beat up front, I'd say.
Classic wrestling action taking place on the CWF, and my commentary assistant, a very able assistance coming from the number 9 seed in the road to Birmingham on October 3rd, Dutch Mantell. Yeah. Nelson Royal continuing to pound away at that leg of Nightmare Danny Davis.
And I'm not taking nothing away from the Nightmare Danny Davis because he has to be a great athlete and a great professional wrestler just to get in the same ring with Nelson Royal. Just to get in the opposite corner 20 feet away and look him eyeball to eyeball he has to be a tremendous athlete. That was a tremendous shot from Nelson Royal, right across the pectorals right there.
Going back to the opening moments of this match, what got Danny Davis in trouble with that leg to start with?
Well, what
the
got him off?
sacking
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Nelson Royal.
Nelson Royal got him upset and left him open. He just caught him with a knee.
Man.
He's a master. He's a master of psychology.
The chess game continues, ladies and gentlemen. You're seeing it from Montgomery, Alabama on the Continental Wrestling Federation. Oh, good connection by Danny Davis. Whoa! Across the chest, and the champion goes down. What about it, Dutch?
Well, he's down right now. Danny needs to take as much advantage of this as he can, but
there he goes, back to the leg.
I think it goes back. Danny doesn't really have the killer instinct this Nelson Royal has. He should have been all over Nelson Royal at that point right there. I mean, all over him.
Good forearm.
And Royal keeps pounding away and pounding away.
Oh, good shoulder smash by the World Junior Heavyweight Champion up and over his man. Danny Davis flying high. And again, Nelson Royal goes down to the canvas. And again, Nelson Royal goes after
right back
leg.
Right back to it. It's like a storyline. He just keeps going to it. Whoa! This may be it.
Whoa, wait a minute. Kenny Wayne comes in from nowhere. Hard right. And Kenny Wayne goes back out on the floor. Look at this. Whoa. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
It is
oh, no.
And the strike of Nelson Royal and the interference of Kenny Wayne robbed Danny Davis
It's
of his chance.
It's unfortunate, but, you know, there was nothing I could do for it. It's not my concern anyway. I fight my own battles, but it's been very important. Danny give him one tremendous bout, and I'd like to see a rematch on this one.
I would too, Dutch. Thanks for your great commentary. Once again, a situation where Kenny Wayne and the combination of Nelson Royal cheated Danny Davis out of his shot at the World Junior Heavyweight Championship. We've got more great action coming on the CWF. You stay with us.
Okay, who's the bonehead who broke the film?
Ta-da! Let's take a journey to the distant past in the Bart Simpson time machine.
What?
Back when hideous dinosaurs roamed the earth, and out of the primordial sludge oozed Homer Sapien.
Bart.
Notice the large stomach.
Bart.
Notice the extremely small cranium.
Bart!
Uh-oh. Roll it, dude! Okay, folks, here comes the big finish! I'm out of here.
Hi. Now, today's lesson about safety and electricity is... Hey, man! You're throwing away my home! I want you to put a bug in your ear about bottles and papers and cans.
Somewhere but here.
Call the recycling
Scarlet Brown. Use them over and over and over again. Don't crash the bottles and cans. Use them over and over and over again. It's called the recycling plan.
Ah, Bam Bam Bigelow, October 3rd, the road to Birmingham. Watch me shock the world.
There's a place open 7 days a week, filled with fresh-made sandwiches and delicious yogurt to eat. Announcing the opening of Old Glory Sub and Yogurt, 4334 South Court Street. For lunch or dinner, try a delicious 6-inch, foot-long, or round sub sandwich. For dessert or just a treat, enjoy a strawberry, peach, or vanilla yogurt for just 99 cents. Plus, now through September 30th, buy 1 foot-long sub and get a 6-inch sub free. Now open, Old Glory Sub and Yogurt, 4334 South Court Street.
Inspiration, information, glamour, success. Who do you call to get it all?
I call on Essence.
And how do you find the real deal on corporate fashion and sisters in soap? Diets that satisfy and, my oh my, carefree hair, career moves, building self-esteem.
I call on Essence.
How about being your own boss? Raising strong kids, cosmetics for self-assured style, Billy G and Mr. Lee, Alice, Oprah, Arsenio Plus, savings of over $11 off the newsstand price.
I call on Essence. Toll free.
And so can you. Call on Essence now, and Essence will call on you each month with free home delivery at 40% off the newsstand price. Essence, call and get it all.
To order Essence, call toll-free 1-800-767-1100. 12 issues for just $12.96. That's a savings of 46% off the newsstand price. So call now, 1-800-767-1100. That's 1-800-767-1100.
Tom Hanks is out to beat the system and marry the girl of his dreams. So Adrian Zemed and his buddies throw a bash to send him out in style.
If I'm not back in a half an hour, call the paramedics.
Come out, wherever you are, and see how much fun one guy can possibly have.
Something interesting is gonna happen here.
Hold on to your hats, boys, for a good time. It's Bachelor Party. Sunday at noon on WCOV-TV.
It's a fact. Some people are bigger. Some people are stronger. Some people are faster. But nobody, absolutely nobody, is better. Hate hurts everybody.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. And it's Austin Idol moving out against the Renegade on the CWF out at ringside. He says he's watching the back of Austin Idol. As much as going on, I can understand that. Will he be hurt?
Well, I'd just like to say that we see a tremendous wrestler and a tremendous individual in the ring right now, and that's an Austin Idol. And it's true.
We right out here today watching each other's back because, like you say, with everything going on, Eddie Gilbert and Paul E. Dangerously especially, well, we know that we got to watch each other's back and take care of business. Right now, with Austin in there with that side headlock, everything looks dangerous for us.
That's a good right connection by the Renegade. Idol turning things around in that boot to the midsection. Idol takes his man, begins firing away. Again, the Renegade staggered. Down he goes. Didn't take much of the heartthrob.
The heartthrob is right on time today. Right now, you're looking at a very, very well-seasoned veteran in that ring.
Will he be hurt? I'm sure you are tickled with the news earlier in the program about the status of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Paul E. Dangerously.
Well, you know, Charlie, I'm ecstatic about it. The reason why is because they left it in my hands. They left it in Willie B's hands to hand out what's due to Eddie Gilbert and Paul E. Dangerously. And I tell you, I'm capable of doing it. Now we got Idol up on the second rope. What is he planning to do? Woo!
Come off with the elbow. The Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, now setting up.
Go time!
What could be going after that right leg. Could be setting. He is. There's the Las Vegas leg lock as he locks it in and applies the pressure. It's over.
It's over. It's over. You got to be a tremendous man to get out of there, and he won't get out of it today.
And there you see the bell sound. We've got our winner of the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, defeating the Renegade on this edition of the Continental Wrestling Federation. And I'd like to get Austin Idol, if I could, to come down to ringside for a couple of comments. Great action so far today on the CWF, and your winner of this match from Las Vegas, Nevada, is the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, who is second seed, the number 2 seed, in the road to Birmingham, and that's coming up October 3rd.
There's no question about it, Charlie. You can look at all these little heartthrobs all around me. We got hundreds and thousands of them all over the country. And right now, as you very well know, and it ain't no secret of nobody, everybody is talking about something that's really happened that's big. And it's called the Road to Birmingham. And I want everybody to know here that I'm pleased as punch. I'm tickled pink. And it warms the cockles of my heart to be seated the number 2 man in the Road to Birmingham, and there's some big dudes, some heavyweights in the wrestling profession in the Road to Birmingham. The ace, Bob Orton Jr., the man who has laid out Mr. T. We got Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Dutch Mantel, the Bullets, there's no question about it, and the list goes on and on and on. And on October the 3rd, I can promise you one thing, it is a long road, but I'm going to be coming in fast and strong, Jack. I ain't backing up, Charlie. I ain't sidestepping, and I ain't retreating from nobody. And if by some chance I get a shot at you, Eddie Gilbert, before we get to the road, I'm going to take you and put you out, Jack. Birmingham, I love you, and the rest of Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and everybody else.
Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, Road to Birmingham, October 3rd. A lot of big things have happened today. A lot of great action coming up. The CWF now purchased USA Wrestling. Hello once again to Knoxville, Chattanooga, all of Tennessee, Louisiana. And thank you, Montgomery, Alabama, for being a great wrestling audience again. Charlie Platt saying so long from the Continental Wrestling Federation.